Sunday, entertainment at 7:15 on ITV with another smash hit in the making. All new, You've Been Framed. Then at 7:45, it's time for the return of another favourite.
They're not dead. They really did go to another planet.
And they've returned for more extraterrestrial adventures.
You're my favorite Martian.
Cocoon, The Return, 7:45, Sunday on ITV. Out of this world.
This Sunday, the Sunday Times launches the biggest ever travel offer. Inside every magazine, you'll find a United Airlines ticket voucher that could get you a free flight to the US, or a domestic US flight, or even a round-the-world trip. 2.5 million free flights with only one newspaper. The Sunday Times is the Sunday papers.
Come and browse at leisure in a store where it's a pleasure to relax and plan your home. Court you can. We can answer questions, give advice and make suggestions. You can always call upon us. Court you can. You can find much more to see of the highest quality at prices that are sure to suit all sorts. The value's guaranteed for everything you need. So come again for Court you can at Courts.
Can I do that?
Of course you can.
As part of your fitness plan, Kwai, odor-controlled garlic tablets, could help maintain a healthy heart.
To keep Ladybird's autumn collection bright and colourful all year round, Ladybird recommend using Persil Colour. It gets clothes clean without bleaching out the colour. Persil Colour, recommended by Ladybird.
There's a new series from your newsagent that brings the best classical music to life. At only $2.99, the Classical Collection is the perfect introduction to the great composers and their music. On CD or cassette, Part 1 only 99p.
A movie premiere on ITV. Father and son change places with hilarious consequences in Vice Versa.
Awesome! And what's gonna happen to you? You're 6'2" with the brain of an 11-year-old.
He's losing it.
While in the classroom, things are getting distinctly muddled.
I think he has a crush on me.
No way!
The movie premiere of Vice Versa, this Monday at 8 on ITV.
It's a Freudian nightmare.
You're watching London Weekend Television, part of the ITV network.
Lord Owen sees the evidence. He says the world must act. Inflation falls again, but at what cost to the economy? Mr. Major, heading for Balmoral, speaks up for the monarchy. Consultant court case hears his patient wanted to die. And united opposition to the new Belfast Advice Centre. Good evening. The European Community Peace Envoy, Lord Owen, said tonight that ethnic cleansing in Bosnia must be reversed, although he said it could take years. He was speaking after seeing ITN's latest pictures of Bosnian Muslims in Serbian detention camps. ITN found that in 2 camps conditions had improved, but the policies which have kept detainees there remain in place. Lord Owen said the camps reminded the world about what had happened to the Jews before the Second World War.
The London Peace Conference said all civilians should be freed, but in Serb-controlled Bosnia, thousands of Muslim civilians are still packed into cattle sheds. A few, the very ill and the badly wounded, are about to be released. 69 will be flown to London for treatment shortly and then allowed to settle in Britain with their families if they can be found. This doctor, himself a prisoner, is worried that half the prisoners who stay in the camp may not survive the coming winter. The London Peace Conference said securing the release of prisoners like these must be a primary objective. But the enormous question is, where should they go? The conference said to their own homes, but unfortunately for most that's no longer an option. Their homes have been burnt out, their jobs have gone, and if they went back to their own districts, they'd be attacked and in many cases killed. The Red Cross says all bar 5 of these men were civilians. The Serb authorities say all were fighters or worse.
Those with blood on their hands should be afraid to go home. There are a huge number of criminals in here who have raped Serb children.
Most of these men have been in captivity for more than 3 months, with no news about their families or conditions at home. This man used to live in a nearby town called Prijedor. I don't know what the situation's like, he said. If things are as they were when I left, I'd like to go back there. But Prijedor's mosque was attacked and destroyed only 10 days ago. Now all the town's 9,000 Muslims want to leave. Several people who were too frightened to be filmed said armed Serbs came every night and took away Muslim men. Life has become intolerable. Nearly all Muslims, men and women, have been sacked from their jobs under a new law and then denied national assistance. In Banja Luka, the local administrative capital, Serb politicians defend discrimination against non-Serbs in terms that echo Nazi laws against Jews 50 years ago.
In any country in the world, your first duty is to defend your fatherland. And during this war, there is no place in leading positions for people who are not loyal to Serb policies.
But it's not just people in sensitive jobs who've been sacked. The shocking conditions exposed by ITN 5 weeks ago at this camp in Chernopoli have gone. There's no starvation. The Red Cross do supply regular food. The barbed wire's gone. In fact, all these men are free to leave the camp. They choose to stay because it's safer. But even then, Serb soldiers regularly shoot over the camp just to remind the Muslims who's in charge. Tonight, Lord Owen watched ITN's latest report on the camps and revealed that in a huge and dangerous operation, the UN will soon escort thousands of Muslim prisoners to a new transit camp in Croatia.
We've got to reverse ethnic cleansing. It may take months, indeed I think it will take years, but the world cannot accept that. That is what happened to the Jews before the war and in the Second World War. And the world swore that that would never happen to anyone else.
Lord Owen speaking in Belgrade tonight. Here, inflation's down again for the third month in a row. The rate last month was 3.6%, down from 3.7% in July, and its lowest for 4.5 years. The underlying rate, taking mortgages out of the calculation, was down to